Hi, long time no see. I've been sick for a little bit, and then my son got sick and I had to abandon the channel for a little bit, but now I'm back and I'm here with a haul. As most of you know, I enjoy getting my hard book copies from Book of the Month. So this is what my Book of the Month box looks like. Pretty much every month I get one book for my subscription. This month, well, I'll show you that in a minute, but then I like to buy books that are in my TBR and that I think I'm gonna love. I like to get some of the popular releases. Sometimes, you know, there's different reasons why I buy my books from Book of the Month. The main one is because they're $12 for the add-ons. So I pay my subscription for the book that I pick for that month, and then each other book that I add to my box, they're $11.99. That's about it. So let me show you what I got this month. And for my subscription for the month, I got Famous Last Words. I am almost done with it. I had an arc, so I can't say that I started reading the physical copy, but I did like it enough that I wanted to have a physical copy. I will be reviewing this soon, but this is a story of a mom that's going back to work after going in her maternity leave. So she's getting ready for her first day at work. The baby's there. You know, she's kind of rushing through the morning. She doesn't understand where her husband is because he should be there to take the baby to daycare, but he's not there. Eventually, she finds a note. We find out that there is some kind of a hostage situation and that her husband is the perpetrator. And his last words are in that letter that he left that morning for her. So now this next book, I saw a short about it and I thought that it sounded very interesting. It's a little bit more literary of, you know, the kind of book that I read is not like this, especially kind of a mystery, but I thought I'd give it a try. This is Penitence by Kristen Koval, and this is the story of a girl, or it opens with this girl who's 13 and she is in jail. She's accused of killing her brother, and we have the family who not only lost their son, but now their daughter is in jail, and how they had to hire the lawyer to defend her. So I don't know why. I think that's very interesting. I don't know if what that would do for a family if that was the case. If that's what I'm interested in, I'm interested in figuring out what happened and why is the mom on that position. I don't know, but I think that there could be a really good explanation for what happened and why she did it and if she did it. So yeah, I'm excited. This is a book I started reading here from the library. It's here right now, yeah. And I wanted my own personal copy because what I was reading I was loving, and I saw it there as an add-on and I was like, yeah, I might as well get it. Now this is a story of a girl. The synopsis says that something happened, and I'm not on that part yet, but something happened one day while she was having dinner, I believe, where she started bleeding, and since then she has to be on the run. Every time she gets sick, she needs to move to a different place, It kind of reminded me of another book that is very, very popular. So I started reading it. It is very captivating how it starts. She's in the middle of this, I don't even remember what country she was in, but she's by the river. So she knows that if she needs to escape, she can go on a boat and move somewhere else and kind of stop the bleeding, because that's what happens when she gets sick. She starts bleeding. And so she is in this middle of I don't even know if it's like a farmer's market or something like that, and she starts feeling sick and she knows she's gonna start bleeding. So she's trying to communicate with somebody to have her go on a boat somewhere, you know, pay for somebody to take her somewhere. And these people could not understand what she was saying. She was trying to say it in different languages. Nobody would understand, she starts to bleed, she starts to slowly deteriorate, and people, instead of trying to help her, they're kind of grossed out by the whole thing, and nobody is willing to help her. It gets to one point where she thinks she's gonna die because she keeps going to different people and nobody would help her. Like, it was a great opening for this book. And eventually there's a couple of kids that are going away on a boat, and they tell her to go there. And despite being so sick at the time, she gets in the water, gets to the boat, and that's how her story begins. Now, it really captivated me as soon as I started reading it, and I think I'm really going to enjoy it. This is more of a fantasy book and not really the kind of genre that I read, but I thought that the writing is so engaging that, again, it scratched my itch, and I'm really interested to see how it ends. Now, the next book, or the next two books, are by Liz Moore. And I really want to do a review on Long Bright River because I don't think enough people know about this book. And I loved it. So it's a chunker, but I read it months ago and I can still remember the twist. It's a little bit more literary and not so thrilling, fast-paced kind of book, but I think that it's so engaging and you end up caring so much about the characters that you don't think that there's gonna be a big twist at the end, but there is, and I think it's really worth it. So this is something you probably will see a review sometime soon, and I want to have a copy because this is one of those books that I see myself rereading. I think it has a lot to say as far as social issues, and at the same time the realness of dealing with those issues, like what normal people have to go through to deal with that, and how, like in this particular case, drugs can affect somebody you really love and transform your life and everyone in your family. So it's a heavy book, but I think that it's just, I really loved it. So for me, it was a 5-star, and that's why I decided to get The God of the Woods. This was the winner, if I'm not mistaken, on the mystery thriller category for Goodreads Award for 2024. I've heard mixed reviews, like some people love it, some people don't. I am gonna try it for myself because, like I said, it's the same thing with Long Bright River. Some people really love it, some people don't get why there are so many words for this story, you know? But I guess you have to like the writing in order to appreciate the message, to appreciate the story. And I understand that not every author is gonna be for everyone. So that's that, and I'm just so excited. I cannot wait to start reading it. All I know about this book is that it's about a summer camp where this kid vanished many years ago, and now I think another kid from the same family is going to stay there and also disappear. So we'll see what this is all about. Again, I did not want to watch too many reviews about it because I want to go in with fresh eyes. And I love that she does different point of views. I think that's what keeps me reading her books. In my experience, if I read a book that is from one perspective, I get bored and I can't focus. However, when I know there's multiple perspectives, I know that if I finish this chapter, I'm gonna move on to something completely different, but also related to what I was reading before. And it kind of keeps it fresh, and I can finish books faster that way. And she writes from different POVs and timelines, and I just think that she's awesome. And I mean, a lot of people must agree with her writing. That's why this book won. So that is all I got from Book of the Month. I hope that you enjoyed this haul. Let me know if you have book of the month. I'm gonna have my link if you want to sign up. They give me a credit for a free book. That's all you get, but you can also go to book of the month and sign up directly under their website, and I haven't regretted it, not even for 1 month. Sometimes I see videos where people are like, I've skipped for a couple months. I'm like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, if I don't like what's on the mystery thriller, I branch out and I go into fantasy, and that's how I have like different genres from book of the month. And I've found amazing books that not necessarily are from the genres or tropes that I love so much. So to me, it's fun that somebody else is doing all this research and I just get to pick from the best books that they figure most people will love. And that's a lot of work. Coming from me, who buys books for a living, I can appreciate people doing research. And if you want to know why I keep my book of the month subscription, I do have a video that you can go and check it out. I'll go into details in that video on why I love this subscription. So thank you so much for being here today, guys. I truly appreciate it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.